Whoa, what's good with your YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck and I'm up. And appreciate you for coming to rock, like, share, and subscribe, or just checking out the video or curious thinking I'm trolling why I'm not purchasing a PlayStation 5 on day one. You want to get into the details after the introduction? Let's go.
Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night. I'm up. Double cup, feel it right. Told Chuck, I feel like every night is all night.
The introductions are out the way. I want to say first and foremost, the people that was looking at the PlayStation 5 talking about the actual console, that is a dev kit. But I have some good news for you. Just from previous game consoles, the dev kit always be similar to what the actual console gonna look like, so you have a rough idea. That's because they're trying to fit all the components inside of this area so they'll see how the performance is. So when we get the actual PlayStation 5, it will look different, but they're gonna tweak it, but it's gonna be similar. That part is cool. I like the look of the dev kit, so maybe if the next PlayStation will have a similar look, I would be more on board with the look of it because it gives that more futuristic look. But the most important thing that they talked about was the controller. Now I know people saying, listen how they revolutionized their controller, and that's the same thing with the PlayStation 4. They was talking about how they revolutionized their controller, but this is not new technology. When they was talking about the new, how they gonna substitute or change out the rumble technology and add this new technology that give you immersed feels. Now what they was talking about, the Nintendo Switch have something similar. They just doing more of an updated version of that. And then on Xbox had the rumble triggers, and they just probably gonna do more of an updated version of that. So with the Xbox trigger, because I know PlayStation is over 100 million, so they have a lot of people that don't have Xboxes that wasn't able to experience this here. But when you're playing a game like Call of Duty, Battlefield, even a race car game, when you squeeze the trigger, you could get a feedback from the feeling of it. Or if you driving a car, you could feel like the movement of going or stuff like that. So it was always there, the immersion into the controller. So that's not no new technology that they adding. So a lot of people that's part of the PlayStation community, I just hope y'all don't sit there and say, oh, we gonna have some unprecedented controller that nobody have with this rumble technology that's been around in gaming. So that's not new. For me, I'm looking for new features, and 4K 60 frames is not a new feature. At least 4K 60 frames is not a new feature for me. That's when you see like people on a PC, or you have like the Xbox X, or you had a PlayStation 4 Pro. They was designed to give us 4K 60 frames, not on all games, but you know what I'm saying, that's what it was designed for. PlayStation 4 Pro was designed to help with the VR as well. So with that being said, that's not new. That's something that's guaranteed. Like, oh, next generation is gonna be 4K 60. Whoop de fucking do. That's nothing good. I would like to see features, new features. I would like to see one of the things where they were saying about these loading screens where you weren't even immersing as in taking away the loading screen, so it loads in the background where you still being able to play. See, those type of things is more of what I'm interested in, like the different types of games. Like when they talk about these single player experiences, that's cool. Give me something different. What I'm seeing is like wash and recycle, you know what I'm saying, different characters, different things, different stories, but it still got the same basis to it. It still got the same look, same style, same everything. I'm tired of that. Even with these multiplayer games, I understand like Call of Duty and Battlefield, like the first person shooters like Halo and stuff like that. You got your third person shooters like Gears of War. All that's cool. The Forzas and whatever like that, the God of War, the Uncharted and stuff. All of those games are cool, but I want something completely different, something new, something innovative. And then when it comes to the actual console, I want to see some new features. I'm tired of seeing the same old gaming features. That's cool, you know what I'm saying, bring those out, but at the same time give me more. It was nothing wrong when the Xbox came out when it was offering TV. If you do not watch television, that's cool. You did not have to use it. But for people that like to multitask, maybe watch they news or they sports or something that's on TV, and then they don't want to live out of a game and still be at a game with their friends. And you know what I'm saying, let's say my show come on at this time, I want to watch my show, but we in an intense game with my friends, so now I have to leave them or miss my show, or let's say I got Hulu or Netflix or something like that. But that's not neither here or there. My whole thing is I like the whole concept of the innovative, like when the Connect. I know it was a piece of heap of shit, but at the same time I like the concept of it. Now what I didn't like was, you know, how you would have to be seen and the way the voice didn't work correctly, and that'd be something simple like with the Xbox. All you gotta do is add a black and a white button and put a microphone on the controller if you want it, and if you hold the button down you could talk. So when you hold a button down, people, the controller could hear what you're saying and they could relate. Or if you're in a party chat, you could talk to your controller like that instead of having headphones on. That way you can be more immersed into the game if you want to, or if you want to talk with the headphones, those options are available. Stuff like that, be innovative. They have a million things that people could do that could be something different to be more innovative. Like when PlayStation, when they was talking about the VR, they was trying to be innovative, stuff like that. I'm not a VR person because I get motion sickness on certain first person shooters. So with VR, I know that that's going to be me on a ship getting seasick, throwing up everywhere. So I just chose not to take this adventure with the VR. That's not my cup of tea. I know they got people that like the VR. They have a lot of memes and jokes and stuff about the VR. All of that's cool. I love the innovative because they have two things in this world that innovates and move technology forward, or not just technology, just move things forward. And it might sound crazy, but just hear me out for a second. Two things, and that's gaming and that's pornography. Now pornography and gaming is the only things that move technology forward. So therefore, when it comes to being innovative, they need to be the ones that's taking the lead of this. As in, I would like to see something like how Google have Alexa, and Microsoft have something like that where Katana come out and you could see a visual hologram. You might pay $200 or whatever you might pay for something like that, where you get a hologram that could come out and talk to you just like that, and or the face or something like that, and it show the face of Katana, and you could interact with them same way they was doing with a VR and a AR, but at the same time just have it where it's just a hologram where it just comes out and you can see it, stuff like that. Innovative. That's what I'm looking forward to. Until the PlayStation 5 or the next Xbox talk about something that's innovative and not just 4K 60 frames or bringing out some stuff that you already expect, I'm not purchasing the day one. Now I'm cool with this generation we have right now for at least 2022, so I'm feeling good about my statement of not going and jumping into this next generation. Don't get me wrong, I would love for them to come out and say we have this new feature that's mind-blowing that just have my everywhere. But if they don't, then I don't have no reason to go next generation, and nobody could say, well, you will have these games here, but because next generation everything is going to be forward and backwards compatible. Well, if I have an X, I could play the game that just came out, and then when I decide to jump into the next generation, my games will come with me. And I'm assuming that the PlayStation 5 will be doing the exact same thing with the PlayStation 4 games. Now, PlayStation 3, 2, and 1, and the Xbox 360 and the Xbox original, I can understand those games not coming along, but if they do, they're just like icing on the cake. So, cause I like those older games sometimes, but I'm more interested in new experiences, and new experiences mean new ideas. That mean, please, if you want people to purchase your console, especially me, I don't want to talk about anybody else because I can only account for myself. Give me new features. That's all I'm looking for. New features, new experiences, different ways of doing things. Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck. I'm out. And remember, this is not no pony bashing or me being no Xbox. This is me keeping it real in 100. So if you like it, if you dislike it, I understand. Leave a comment and let me know on the PlayStation 4 or the next PlayStation 5 what features you would like to see come from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5, or something brand new coming to the PlayStation 5. Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out. And remember, I don't do this for me, I do this for we. So like, share, subscribe, and holler at your boy. And don't forget to hit that like button like, or do it. I'm out.